Hi, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and show you how to make some homemade recipes, some homemade dressing recipes. Now, some of these recipes you can find online, like I am going to make just a basic tahini lemon garlic, and of course you can find that particular recipe online. I'm going to just ad-lib a few other ones just to show you. It's super simple. You can do this at home. We're gonna start with a classic dressing. Very simple, very nutritious, and very delicious. We make this a lot at work, so we just don't add garlic. So I'm gonna start with 1 cup of sesame. We call this lemon sesame dressing, but we are actually going to put a little garlic in it and just make it a little more, have a little more oomph. I'm going to put them in a fine strainer and go ahead and rinse them. These sesame seeds are not activated, meaning I haven't soaked them. Now, if you want to soak them, you can. That's perfectly fine. And some people will want to do that. But for the purposes of today's recipes and just for speed and convenience, if you're on the fly at home, you may not have time to soak them or you forgot to soak them. So just go ahead and grab some raw sesame and go ahead and rinse them off. I'm going to put them in my NutriBullet just because I find my NutriBullet super easy to use. I don't want to pull out my Vitamix. So anyway, I'm just gonna scoop them into one of the canisters that go to my NutriBullet. And then just to add a little acid to it, we are going to go ahead and I'm gonna use 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice. Boom. And then I'm going to press maybe 1.5 cloves of garlic in here. Boom. And I just like to scrape off the bits on the end, and that piece didn't quite make it. And then I'm going to just cut one of my garlic cloves in half, and then boom, just place that in. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little water to this because it's a dressing. So I've measured out 2 cups of water, and I think I'm going to just add, so that's a little bit, about 1/2 cup. I think I'm gonna add another 1/2 cup. So yeah, we'll go all the way. So it's 1 cup of seed to 1 cup of water, 1/4 cup of lemon juice. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so you can see how it's separating there. It looks like this. And then let me get my lid. There it is. Not professional videos. Just let me remind you, I am just winging it in my kitchen. So here's this. It's gonna get noisy for a second, but I just wanna show you. Okay, so there it is. Now I could probably blend this a little bit more because I can see that it might be just a wee bit chunky, but I just want to give it a taste. I don't know, it's good. It's chunky. It needs to blend a little bit more. But anyway, you get the gist of it. So this is dressing number 1 you can do. So just basic lemon, garlic, sesame, okay? We serve that a lot at work. So if you're familiar with that program, the program that I work for, then you will be very familiar with that flavor. The biggest difference would be the garlic. And so that is a simple, very healthy, very nutritious, oil-free, salt-free, sugar-free dressing that is delicious. Okay, so that's number 1. Next, we're gonna whip up another little dressing that we often make. We use it for several different things at work, but this one also very easy. Now for this recipe, it's a little more complicated because I went ahead and soaked like 1/4 of a cup. It maybe even a little more than that, maybe 1/3 of a cup of quinoa. So I'm using activated quinoa for this recipe. And so anyway, I'm just gonna give it a strain. Because I know what you can see now is after I finish this video, I'm going to have lots of dressing. So, anyway, I'm gonna give it a little rinse with some filtered water. I have filtered water that comes out of this tap here, so that's why I use this little tap at the side of my sink. Just makes it kind of convenient. I put a filter underneath my sink and added this tap. I'm gonna use a smaller canister just because I don't need as much liquid. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and put my activated quinoa in here. Then I'm going to just use some red bell pepper, and I just cut some red bell pepper up here. So I'm gonna add that. I think I'll add some lemon juice. And for this one, I'll just use like 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, okay? And then, what else? Let me just make sure. Oh, we'll add 1/2 clove of garlic. We'll add the 2 remaining. So it's basically like almost 1, but 2 little halves of garlic. And then should I add herbs? Yes, I think I'm gonna add some fresh herbs. So I cut just a little bit. This is a little quinoa. This is a little bell pepper. This is a little chive. So I think I'm just gonna add just a little handful of chive. Look, I'm just winging it. This is like me just coming up with stuff right now, okay? And so here we go. I've got some quinoa. I've got some bell pepper, some chives, a couple of garlics, and some, of course, lemon juice. I'm gonna add just a smidge of water, right? Because really the quinoa's already been soaked, so it's not going to absorb any water. We've got the bell pepper, and the bell pepper is gonna release some water as well. So I don't wanna get it too watery. I'm gonna go ahead and find, oh yeah, it's over here, because I used it to make, I only have 1 bottom. So I'll have to give this a rinse real quick. And then we'll put this on and blend it up. Give it a taste, see how it is. All right. This gives it a little bit different color. Smells good. Use the same spoon. Y'all, this is my kitchen. This is the way I wing it in my kitchen. Hey, that's pretty darn good, okay? Now, again, it's going to have, this flavor is more of the flavor of quinoa that has been a little bit fermented because I let my quinoa soak for, I don't know, it's probably like 12 or 14 hours. But anyway, you don't have to do that. That's just timing, a timing thing for me. You can soak your quinoa for like 30 minutes if you want to activate it. But anyway, this is very delicious. You could add another clove of garlic. You could add a little more lemon to brighten it, right? So we could just add just another tablespoon of lemon juice. Blend it again, and let's see if that brightened it a little bit. Yeah, it's very good, very good. I think you'll like that. Okay, so that's number 2, right? So I just said that that was a quinoa red bell pepper, garlic. I added some fresh chives, just a little smidge, like a little handful. And anyway, and probably I added, I bet that was a fourth of a bell pepper, right? Just because I have leftovers and I had about a half of a bell pepper there. So I still have a clove and a half of garlic left, so I'm gonna do one more dressing. And this one, you can find the recipe for online. It's just a classic tahini lemon garlic recipe. Now, a lot of them that you find online will have you add salt, they'll have you add honey. Hey, that is completely up to you. I'm not telling you not to, but you know, if you're trying to stay on program, or if you're trying to stay away from those things, because they do trigger the addictive centers in the brain and they make things really delicious. And yeah, that's part of the problem that we have these days, is that we're just all addicted to our food. So we don't use a blender for this one. This is why it's super simple. We will need a half cup of tahini. So go ahead and pour your tahini. I'm just gonna pour it into a ball jar right here that I happen to have sitting here waiting. And then that's all I'm gonna do, just for time's sake. I'm going to go ahead and garlic press this let me clean out my garlic press because it's got the residue of the other ones. I'm gonna boom and press. All right, and then we just scrape off that end bit. We got one more little halfsies here. Some people say you can never have too much garlic, but actually you can ruin a recipe, I think, if you over garlic. So there's that gentle balance. Then what do we need? We need some lemon juice. We need a fourth of a cup of lemon. So here we go. A fourth of a cup of lemon juice. Boom. And then we just need some water. So I think I'm going to use about a half cup water in this. And you can just keep adding water till you get the consistency that you want. So we'll start out with just half cup. And then I got these ball lids that, you know, and I'm just gonna press it on there. And all we gotta do is, I don't know. Can we shake it? Yeah. Now, again, you can add salt, you can add sweetener like a honey if you want to, right? It's up to you. So you just do, so when I open it, I can see that I probably need a little more water. And with these recipes, with these dressings too, just remember, they don't have emulsifiers in them. So, you know, you're gonna have to give them a good shake every day before you use them. Sometimes you might even have to add water because the seeds will absorb, you know, it kind of, everything will, it's sort of like when you make a smoothie and, you know, if you leave your smoothie too long, it gets thick, right? So, yes, this is the perfect consistency right here. And of course you can use this for your quinoa for your, well, you can do a quinoa kale salad, but you can use it for your kale salads, for any salad really, and yum, okay? It could probably be shaken a little bit more. All right, and voila, so that's it. Any questions? Good. Well, if you do, of course, you can just put some comments in the comment section. Maybe I'll read them. I sort of post these videos and then never look again. But I just want them to be out there just so I can tell people, hey, if you want some easy recipes, go to my YouTube channel. And so that's 3 easy recipes for you. Anyway, good luck and thank you for watching. Bye now.